Well, the immigration crisis is worsening on the southern border as the federal government works to find housing for thousands of unaccompanied minors. CBS's Naomi Ruckham has more on what the Biden administration plans to do as political finger-pointing heats up.
A backlog of unaccompanied migrant children is causing a growing crisis at the border. The U.S. Border Patrol is holding more than 4,200 minors without parents in overcrowded processing facilities, according to government records reviewed by CBS News. It's a more than 30% increase over last week.
It's very difficult and challenging. And obviously, these TBP facilities are not made for kids.
Nearly 3,000 of those children have been in Customs and Border Protection custody for more than 3 days, longer than the legal limit. A temporary tent facility 500 miles south of Dallas is holding more than 1,000 children and teens, some as young as 4. A lawyer representing some of the minors told CBS News the conditions were so overcrowded that the kids had to take turns sleeping on the floor.
I can only imagine that the journey that they have been on has been scary and treacherous and something that we would never want for our own children.
The federal government will now hold thousands of teenage boys at the Dallas Convention Center for overflow. A group of Republican lawmakers visited the border this week, blaming the Biden administration for the crisis.
The sad part about all of this, it didn't have to happen. This crisis is created by the presidential policies of this new administration.
We have a lot of critics, but many of them are not putting forward a lot of solutions. The options here are send the kids back on the journey, send them to unvetted homes, or work to expedite moving them into shelters.
The Biden administration is now turning to FEMA for help battling logistical challenges for shelter and processing. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.